calcium ions or zinc ions, lead 2 plus ions, aluminum 3 plus ions in solution, they're all colorless. So we're going to test each of these ions with sodium hydroxide solution and aqueous ammonia solution on a fresh sample. So let's start with calcium 2 plus ions. And we're going to add a little bit of sodium hydroxide at first, otherwise known as dropways. And we're going to see if a precipitate forms. There we go. So we have a white precipitate form, dropways, calcium ions, with sodium hydroxide. And now we have to see if this precipitate will dissolve in excess. So we won't use too much reagents unless we throw half of our precipitate away. And then we add some more sodium hydroxide. This is the sodium hydroxide in excess to see if the precipitate will dissolve. And we can see that the precipitate is not dissolving. Okay? The precipitate does not dissolve in excess sodium hydroxide. Alright, so now we're going to move on to calcium ions, and once again, I'm going to test now with aqueous ammonia. So same as before, a little bit at first, dropways, and then in excess. So dropways, a little bit at first, and we can see that no precipitate is forming. So for calcium ions, with aqueous ammonia, no precipitate is formed dropways. So it means we don't have to add anything in excess since there's nothing to dissolve. Alright, let's move on to the zinc ions, zinc 2 plus ions. So we're going to start again with sodium hydroxide, dropways at first. So we can see that we have, it's a thin precipitate, but it's a white precipitate, dropways. You can see that precipitate there. So now we'll see if this precipitate will dissolve in excess sodium hydroxide. Yep, there it is, dissolving in excess to give a colorless solution. Okay, so it has dissolved in excess to give a colorless solution. So now we go on to zinc 2 plus ions using aqueous ammonia. Dropways, white precipitate. What happens in excess? Maybe let's pour some. In excess, we can see that the white precipitate has dissolved to give a colorless solution. So we're getting the same results with zinc 2 plus ions with aqueous ammonia and sodium hydroxide.